Dave, you talked about the team needing to rebuild some chemistry and play together. What were your initial impressions of how they did that tonight?
Yeah, the group worked hard. It was a hard-working game for us. Pretty consistent effort throughout. Really we got a little bit sloppy with the puck during the second period, and that cost us a couple chances against. But the guys did a really good job of regaining that composure and did a good job in the third period with playing with the lead and playing hard, playing smart.
Seuss talked about wanting to pick up where maybe Gio left off on the power play. How did you see him in that unit?
Yeah, Seuss has done a nice job each time that he's had the opportunity. When we've had injuries in the past, he's spent a little bit of time there, and he doesn't try to do too much. So he's a real solid presence there. And again tonight he did a nice job up top. There's a lot of responsibility comes with that, he's got a good calming effect up there.
You got to look at Sprong on the power play. What did you think of his shot, and what does that bring to you guys?
You can see it's a weapon. In the first period, he had one that he put off the pad. There was a live rebound there. We just couldn't get to it, and his second one in the first he just missed. And then we hadn't got a whole lot going on the power play in the second, so it was a nice way for him to kind of take some of the pressure off the power play by coming down that wing and finding the far side of the net.
I was going to ask about Soucy's shots tonight too. Both of them were great shots.
Just getting them, finding, one of the things we didn't do real well is find traffic and get enough traffic. But on those particular plays, we had traffic. Especially you look at the goal off the face-off. We did a great job getting that front presence, and then Seuss just he found that shooting lane and found the far side.
Talked this morning about maybe changing up lines during the game, and it looked like you kept the four that you.
We pretty much kept everything consistent and just rolled throughout. Didn't do a whole lot of matching. We just tried to keep fresh legs out there. Each one of the four lines was doing a pretty good job. On the back end, we lost Fleurs, halfway through the game. So, the other five logged a few extra minutes, and obviously the pairs were mixed up from there.
What's your synopsis on how things have gone this season? Loaded question.
Boy, that's no. I came into the season wanting to compete for a playoff spot. That's what we talked about. Obviously, we're not there, but we've had a ton of positives in terms of the work ethic of the group, the foundation of playing hard together, and that's our test and that's our challenge now over the final remaining 18 games, with a much different roster than what it looked like 2 or 3 days ago. To be able to recoup and rebuild that chemistry and play hard every night, and that's there's a heck of a lot more to it than that, but that's a starting point.
Do you think that because of the expectations of what Las Vegas did, you were held to a standard that was higher, or
you guys bring it up all the time? I haven't given it a second thought. Truly, our pathway is very distinct and it's different. So I could care less about those comparisons.
Do you have an update on Fleury at all?
I don't. We'll wait till tomorrow and have something. Hopefully at that point in time, we're going to practice tomorrow in LA. So
You talked before the game about some guys getting chances, to show something here down the stretch in different roles at times. How do you think the group responded as a whole to that kind of challenge?
The first thing is stepping into different leadership roles, and that's the first thing that has to happen. So, tonight's it's one night, but it's a positive night, so we'll take that. Really, that's the first thing I'm looking for, is to get into difficult situations. How do guys react? Who's able to step up? Who's able to have the presence and poise to lead? And that's a big part of what we're looking for as we move forward here.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks.